What's going on YouTube? I have a 2008 6.2 Denali sitting in my garage right now. I did wheel bearing assemblies and brakes, and also addressed a very common problem that I wanted to show you all. This is the driver's side motor mount, just like it'd be sitting on the chassis. And here's what happens. Very common. The heat from the manifold eats up the rubber, and then it splits it. So the whole motor rocks, and you hear thump, thump every time you hit the gas. Now to replace this, it takes some work, but you can do it yourself. As you notice, the new Napa replacement comes with a heat shield. I believe that they all came with heat shields, because I can see on these nuts right here, an impact's been on them before. Someone ditched the shield, and let me tell you why. It's much easier to put this part back in with no shield. But I do believe that your failure rate's going to be, much quicker. This truck has gone, it's 200,000 miles. It is this will be the third motor mount. I have not replaced them before. This is my first time with the vehicle. But I do believe that heat shield is there for a reason. Now, to get it in with the heat shield, for one, you definitely have to remove the heat shield off of the exhaust manifold. And then you're going to remove your steering shaft and your CV joint going down to the rack and pinion. That way you can slip it in and under. And even with that, it is still very tough. Now, of course, you will have to jack up the truck. Get it on jack stands. It makes it easier to get underneath, but the back of the oil pan is very braced on this truck. It's cast aluminum. You get some wood and make sure you distribute the weight, and then jack up the motor from the oil pan, and that'll give you plenty of working room. Now, what you don't want to do is put that jack directly on the pan, because you will crack the aluminum pan, and you will cause a lot of headaches. When that steering shaft is taken out, this steering wheel needs to be in the same position, or close to it, and the wheels need to be in the same position. Because if this steering wheel rotates, when it's taken apart and you put it back together, your clock sensor in the column will break, and then your blinkers won't work, along with other stuff. A real problem. So that's my weight, to hold it in place. You can use a bungee cord, whatever you want, just so the wheel does not rotate on you, or someone comes by and bumps it on accident. It's very easy to do. It'll spin very freely right now. But yeah, it's not an overly complicated job. It's very tight squeeze. I also removed the spark plug wire, just so when I was pushing everything down in there, I wasn't gonna take a chance of catching it or breaking it. And it's 4 bolts in the block, 3 on the chassis. These 2 fronts can be accessed from under the hood. Along kind of with this one, the one in the back, you'll definitely have to get under the vehicle and squeeze your arm in between the engine and the drive shaft right there. It's very tight, but it can be done. If you're a thinner guy, it definitely would help. If you have bigger forearms, you're working it. I was debating on just taking out that drive shaft. If you're a really big guy or girl or whatever, take that drive shaft out. I think I would have saved myself some bloody knuckles and headaches if I just would have removed it. But all in all, it's a very doable job. It's extremely frustrating when you drive it and hear the motor literally rocking every time you hit the gas and let off. The motor is just constantly moving. It's irritating. So feel free to ask any questions in the comments. I don't mind helping. This is what it's for, is spreading knowledge. But thanks for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe.